Midway through August, here on the farm, it's time to harvest our wheat field. So we'll need to find a harvester for the job. Today we'll be handling that, as well as getting some animals for the farmyard and buying the Cadillac of loader buckets here at Guy Friday's Country Goods. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. We will be harvesting our wheat field. We're out here right now working on a contract. I brought our tractor out here, but we're renting a stone picker just to do this contract. Been trying to get some money, and I decided for our field harvest, I was saying that I wanted to buy a harvester, and while in the long run, I think that's a sound idea in the long run, we just don't have the money to spare right now. If I bought us a harvester, we'd be broke again. We'd have a harvester in one field, but then we'd be broke again. I think I could find us a decent harvester to lease. I found a cheaper one that we can lease to do our field with, and instead of spending all our money on a harvester, we'll just have slightly less money going on, but as it is, we have enough money to buy another field. So, working on this contract here right now, just finishing this up. Done a little bit since last episode, mostly just these contracts. It's still the same month that it was last episode, and that's because I really wanted to get the harvest. I really wanted to get the harvest here in the series because I've been looking forward to it so much, harvesting our wheat field. But I wanted some time to make some more money and do some contracts. And right now, just working on this. It takes a little bit of concentration. This field is not straight. It's actually interesting. I didn't know it would do this, but you could see here the lines that it's are actually not straight. I've never seen that. Well, I have now. Apparently that's a thing. It can send you on not straight lines, which is great. This is someone else's field, so I don't mind using the computer to help get it done and get some money. This doesn't pay a whole lot. This pays a couple $1,000s. I thought I'd get out here and do this, though. And so after this, we're going to be going to the store. We're going to rent us, I think, a Russell Nash harvester, unless there's something super cheap in the used equipment discount, which I don't foresee. We'll check when we get to the store. We'll check on that. There we go, and 96%. Yeah, we're just about done with this. Oh, did I have to... Oh, that's right, this thing's almost full of stones, but that won't matter. Yeah, I didn't get the trailer for this. That's still at the... I rented the equipment for this. The trailer for this is still at the shop, but yeah, we're not going to need it. We won't even fill this up. No, that's good. It saves me a trip from the store with the tipper. Alright, let's fold this up. And we'll just park this out here on the... We'll just leave this parked out here in the field because that's not our stone picker. All right, now let's see. Let's get off their field. And is there a place I can pull over off the road? All right, so contracts. That is $2,000. All right. So I'm gonna take us back up to the store here and have a look at what kind of harvesters that we can find to do our field with. We've got $120,000. That's not bad. And so if we rent a harvester, it's going to cut a bit into our profit, but we can afford a new field. And land is the ultimate investment. Land is the investment that never stops paying back. It costs a lot of money, but that's worth paying a lot of money for, even if we have to lease equipment to work on it, I suppose. All right, here at the store, let's find a place to park here. I'm just going to be looking at just a harvester and a header. Probably, not even the header trailer. I want to keep costs as low as possible. Let's see what we can find here. Nothing here, really. Always check the used equipment stuff first. Now, this is cool. I mean, a 15-meter draper, and it's 66% reduced price. Oh, yeah, that's incredible. If we had a harvester that could come close to pushing that, that's cool, but it's... What is this? That's a big cedar. I just wanted to see this. It's a big machine. That's pretty cool. Well, we're going to be going to... so I did find a cheaper harvester. I'm glad I waited, and lo and behold, a cheaper one crossed my eye. You may recognize this from FS22 right here. So yeah, we're just going to lease one of these. It's going to save us some money. This is, yeah, save some money over that. Yep. Plus, I like this one. I like this little Nova. I was disappointed to see it wasn't in FS25, but right. And this is on the Mod Hub. So anyway, we're going to lease. And okay, this plus the header will probably be about $4,000. That's better than the Massey. That was like $7,000, I think. So that's about $3,800. And then let's just go ahead to here, lease $3,800. Oh yeah, like right on the bang on the nose at $4,000, really. Yes. Okay. Now we got to get to work with our harvester. Yeah, we got to get to work with this. So let's check this out. I haven't since I downloaded this mod, I haven't used it in game. How's it look? I'm sure it's probably just a direct port from FS22. But hey, I'm glad it's here. I like this harvester. It's cool. It's small and compact without looking... A lot of the smaller harvesters look really, I don't know. This one looks, it looks new and trendy, yet it's still small. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's get this out to our wheat field. We're just going to drive it out there. Yeah, luckily it's narrow enough. It doesn't need a header trailer. All right, here we are at our wheat field. Finally, it's time. We planted this last winter. Now it's finally time for this. This is the, well, it's the first full harvest of it. It's the first harvest of it since it's been ours. You know, I bought this field, we harvested it, and well, we haven't been here that long. This is our first, well, technically this is our second fall here, so our second August, technically. Well, yeah, we're renting this equipment, so time's a-wasting. So let's get to harvesting here. We'll of course have to go and grab our tractor, get it down here with the tipper. We're gonna have to, yeah, we're also gonna have to either rent or purchase some baling equipment because we definitely want to make use of this straw. Last harvest, I just rented a small baler. Last fall, which was our first fall here, really had hardly anything for equipment whatsoever. And I just rented a really, you know, the small baler, and you know, with just the bales that you can just toss by hand. And I literally just drove around the field, throwing them on the trailer. I was pulling behind the pickup truck or something, and that's how I picked up the bales last fall. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get our tipper out here soon because this thing's got a pretty small hopper. That's right. Well, let's see, our tractor's at the shop, so we're gonna have to run by the house and yeah, once we get back to the north end of this field here, we'll have to park and go do that. Wow, look at this field. This field's there. That's all weeds. Well, this is my grandfather's farm. Yeah, he should have had us come out here and remove some of those weeds. Maybe there was a contract for it and I didn't see it or something. All right, let's park this here. And we're going to go grab a tipper. You know, yesterday I put out a video for highlighting some of the new changes with patch 1.3 that just came out for FS25. And one I forgot to mention, I'm not sure if it was on that list or not. It probably was. That list was exhaustive. If you run the game with your units of measurement in miles an hour like I do, if you look at the speedometer, notice that it shows the cruise control and speed in miles an hour. Now, it wasn't doing that. It was showing the speed in miles, but it was showing the cruise control in kilometers. So I found that really annoying. But notice there, it's the same. Small little change. You know what's funny is they had to fix that in FS22 as well. When it came out, it was doing the same thing. Yeah, either way, they fixed that. I'm just looking for the turn up to our farm. Here it is right here with that place with the funny rooftop. That's where we turn. Whoa, I'm still getting used to the steering though. Yeah, I just have to remember to remind my brain to, yeah, it takes some getting used to. I mentioned that in yesterday's video as well. A little bit of adjustment here and there to the turning, but I like it. I don't want to fix it back the way it was. I like the new change. All right, we've got, yeah, that's our tipper. Yeah, that's our only tipper is that little guy right there. All right. Well, this tipper will hold about 1.5, not quite, hoppers from the harvester that we're leasing. So we might have to make a trip or two up here. I'll look for tipper trailers to, you know, I'll look for used ones at a discounted price. We'll see. But I'm gonna get this down to the wheat field. All right, down here at the field. And where can we... Well, I guess we got room right here we can pull in. Yeah, we'll just pull this in right here. And we'll get this. Is this full enough that... no, it's only... Yeah, it's only half full. You know, I just looked up there and noticed that it's saying there's a rain forecast for today. I wonder when we can expect that. If I can get out of this road here, I might have to check on... I want to check on that. I don't want to get caught out here in the rain. Man, it rained a lot this summer. I mean, it, no joke, rained a lot. Like, all day long for a couple days in a row here. Yeah, let's have a look at this. So it's saying... Oh, not till later. Yeah, not till much later. I figured that'd be the case, but... Never know. Not till 1900 hours. Not till 7 o'clock, so... And we'll be done by then. Well, as long as we're right here by the tipper. Yeah, and we kind of got some space here cleared out. Let's go ahead and get this emptied. Yeah, I'd like to buy this harvester like this, and yeah, you know, we could have, but we'd cut into our field fund, you know, to buy a new field, and I think it's more important to have a field. When a piece of equipment like this, you know, useful though it is, you're only using it one time a year for one task. We can lease it for that, but really, like. Basically all the grain that I'm dumping out right now, that right there is what's going to pay for this harvester, for leasing it. I mean, yeah, I think that's, I didn't see exactly how much is there, but that looks about right. Selling, what I'm saying is, all that grain right there, it may as well be flushing down the toilet, because that's what, that's being, the profit from that's going to pay for this. But hey, I guess the bright side to look at is the rest of this is all our profit though. You know, the harvester didn't cost that much. It was, what, a little over $4,000. So, and after this, well, we can see what there is left to do in August. Still got 1 day left in August. See if there's any good jobs to take. I think it might be fun to, well, shop for a field, maybe. Yeah, buying a new field wouldn't be a bad idea. We got enough money for one, and now that we see that... yeah, we're not going to be buying a harvester. We know we're buying a field. This is probably a good time of year to buy a field. There's that piece of land that's directly across the road from our house. I want to buy that because it'd be a great place to park equipment, because it's just, you know, literally the piece of land right on the other side of the road. But I think if we're going to buy land, then we should buy a field, so that we can start making, you know, more money, more profit first, to expand things a little bit, make, you know, get a little more comfy in the budget area for our business. Now this grain, we'll be storing this in our silo. Well, I'll have a look at the prices, but usually wheat like this, yeah, there's no need to really look. I guess I can anyway, but wheat prices, it's not going to peak until December or January, so this is going to stay in our silo for a while. We're not going to see this profit immediately. I mean, it depends. I will look at the prices, but you're usually much better off waiting till winter time. However, straw, yeah, the straw we could profit from now. I still got a good deal of field left. I'll come back over here by this, and it looks like here soonish we'll probably have to make a trip back to the farm to offload some into our silo. And that is almost exactly full hopper. Alright. So I think I missed just a little bit. Yeah, I did. Just the tiniest bit up here. I don't want to miss any on our field. We're going to head back to the tipper. Normally I don't do that, but yeah, I don't want to leave anything on our field here. It's not the, it's not a small, well, it's a pretty small field. Yeah, it's kind of a small field. Now this, yeah, this is going to fill that little tipper. And we might not have to run it to the farm. If I can avoid that, I'd like to, so we can return the equipment sooner. But no, we're gonna have to, because yeah, we're gonna have to run one trip to the silo, because that out there in the field is definitely too much for the hopper on this harvester. So yeah, let's get over here and we're gonna run this up to our farm. All right, to the farm. Yeah, just looking at this, see wheat is selling for, that's like a 50% increase. Yeah, that's a 50% increase between the summer months and the winter months. So it's definitely worth waiting until, I think it's in January, but I'll keep an eye on it. And, well, unfortunately, it's just, it's not worth selling now. Although we'll keep some aside because, oh yeah, that's right, we got a chicken pen. We should get some chickens in there. And now we've got wheat to feed them. So we'll do that, yeah, for sure. And this guy is just walking across the street like nobody's here. Use the crosswalk next time, buddy. Alright, past the funny roof thing up to our farm. And I'm not sure if we stored anything in this silo yet. We may have, or this may be the first time we're using it. I mean, all of this here is still so new. This may be the first that we're using our silo. Oh, it's very quaint. It's a very nice looking farm. I did some decorating here. I put a couple things. It looks pretty nice. Alright. Yeah, let's hop out and let's have a look here. What's in our silo? Yeah, this is, I guess this is the first that we've used. This is the only thing in our silo. Huh? Alright, well, back to the field we go. Alright, back here at the field, let's make sure that the hopper on that harvester was empty, because I bet it's not. Yeah, I bet there's still a little more wheat in it, yep. But we'll park here because, yeah, we should be good to finish this field now. I think so. Yeah, I think we'll be good. I wonder what that is out there in the middle of the field. Look, in the middle of the field, there's like some spots that didn't get planted. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you know, I saw it on the map too. Hang on, let me shut this down real quick. I saw that on the map too. Can you see that right? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Can you see that? Yeah, right there in the field. And yeah, I think if you look on the map, you see it. And okay, so you may say, well, let's just obviously use your error when you planted the field, right? Sure, okay. But what about this? This is AI. This is not my field, you know. This is not our field. We didn't touch this. Didn't touch this field. Or this field. You know, I think it's some realism thing that's like in the game now. You can see it a lot in a lot of these fields. I've never seen that before. If you've played Farming Simulator and never seen it before, but when you look at the fields, it's here and there in a lot of them. My guess is it's some thing for realism or some sort. Maybe if you know, let me know. But I don't mind not having my crops planted, you know, absolutely perfectly, or if it's some kind of soil thing that comes into play I don't know about. I'm sure it's nothing because this field was all fine. There was no gaps in the lime or fertilizer or anything. The field's got rocks on it, but that doesn't inhibit growing at all. I'd like to get the rocks up Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to see. Well, the thing is, there's no affordable stone pickers in Farming Simulator 25. There are no affordable stone pickers. So, yeah, that's something I've just left for the time being. If you wonder why hasn't he done anything with the stones, well, there's literally no cheap option. There's literally one stone picker in the game, and it costs like $60,000. It would cost almost as much to rent as this harvester did just to pick up stones that don't affect crop yield. So it's like, I'm waiting for, I guess, mods to have some kind of... I was always a fan of using like a bucket, like a scraper that can pick up rocks. Makes sense to me. Low, effective, efficient, low budget. If I could find like a little grate kind of bucket, graded bucket that I could do that with, or even a more affordable stone picker like some of the ones in FS22 that were, kind of budgetified. But $60,000, even with a successful farm, I'm not sure I'd pay that just to pick up rocks. It's a lot of money. Unless, and I haven't tried this, I haven't tried just using a bucket. I don't think it'd work, but to be fair, I haven't tried it. We do need to get a bucket anyway, so I guess I could try. I need to get a bucket because, well, we're going to have chickens. I'm going to want to scoop, wheat for them, and it's good to have a bucket anyway. We'll have a bucket. I'll give it a shot, but I don't see it scooping up rocks. But who knows? I could be wrong. Yeah, a machine like this works pretty good on this field. Small little field. Takes a lot of, it's making a lot of straw windrows. It's going to be a good deal of work out here baling. I guess we're going to have to rent that small baler again. I mean, I'll see. It is pretty affordable, though. I don't think that really costs that much. But then again, all the straw, it's a decent amount of work. Last time, this whole field baled in straw, it sold for about $5,000. Yeah, it was right about $5,000. We'll see about that when the time comes. There's no rush on that. Obviously, that can be done, anytime before we plant this field again. We can collect the straw. Oh, the harvester is about full again. What do you think? I think we can finish this field off. No, we definitely can, because this will only fill that trailer 2/3 of the way. So, yeah, we can definitely get the rest of this field for sure. There we go. So, what is this crop Grandpa's got planted over here anyway? What does it look like? Let's see if I can see what does it look like it is. I don't want to look directly at it because it'll tell me. Oh, actually, there's a fix for that. There we go. See if I can decipher what crop this is. Well, if I'd have to guess. What do you like? I think maybe carrots. Oh, carrots. Oh, good one. Oh, wow. Wow, how about that? Carrots. All right, so that's what carrots look like. Well, then I guess they did the crops pretty realistic, because I was looking at this thinking, well, it looks like it looks like a root crop, and I was just picturing in my head, what various root crops look like at the grocery store. I'm not actually, well, they nailed that pretty good. It looked like carrots. Alrighty then, back out to the field. We're gonna finish this off here. I'm looking forward. I haven't worked with the carrots yet. That's one that, I'm going to have to put that on my list of crops to work with here soon. A lot of stuff I haven't tried out yet. Been so busy doing other things here. No, speaking of being busy, and time is flying. It is getting on 5 o'clock here soon. Should get this field done. Oh, and get the machine returned, of course. Yes, we need to get this machine returned. This is not ours. I can't afford to pay for like another hour or whatever. Every time I've rented machinery, I always get it back in a timely manner. I can't say I've ever noticed being charged, again or whatever. We definitely cannot afford that. I wonder if in FS25, if it gives us any indication of, let's see, vehicles. Does it give us any indication of like how long we have it for or anything like that? Because this game definitely has more. Well, it says if we put 0.4 hours on it, if that means anything. It may or may not. It's the only kind of like, it says leasing cost $2,300. All right, well, let's get done with it then. I just wanted to see if there was any more information on it here than in FS22. This game is definitely at its points more informative on a lot of screens and such. Well, last year when we harvested this, I didn't. We had to rent a harvester, and the thing was, I had so little equipment. We didn't even have the equipment we have now. We didn't have a tipper. I don't think. No, I had a tipper. Yeah, I bought a tipper for the farm, but we didn't have a silo. That was before I bought that land up north, and I put a silo on it, which I probably shouldn't have done that. That was a lot of money. But anyway, the point is we had a tipper, but no silo. And after I was done with the harvester, of course, I had to return it because I was just leasing it. So, and the tipper was full. So for like last winter, or for at least a month or two, for sure, at least a month or two, I didn't know what to do with the wheat, so I just dumped it in a pile here on the field, because I had to return the harvester. The tipper was full, so I just offloaded the hopper of the harvester onto the field in a pile of wheat. Yeah, so we're doing I guess the thing is, we're doing a lot better this year. We've got some stuff. We got enough stuff to transport. That's a place to transport it to, such like that, of course. All right, just this little bit here, and our field is done. Boy, it's pretty much, with a harvester header this narrow, there's not a whole lot of point in even laying down windrows of straws there. The whole field is pretty much just straw anyway. It left it in rows, but yeah, it's pretty much the entire field. All right, and there we go. That is all the wheat off the field. Let's get this offloaded into the tipper, and we'll get this harvester returned. Now, hopefully this all fits into the tipper. If it doesn't, we might be leaving it on the field again. Well, I want to get the harvester returned. Well, yeah, I don't want to dump it on the field because there's straw everywhere. We don't own any of this other land here, so I can't dump it anywhere else. So we're going to park the harvester there. We're going to make this trip back to our silo as quick as we can. Well, we got that tipped into our silo. Now we need to get back as quickly as possible. Back down to the harvester. We'll offload that, return that, and kind of see what we've got here. All right, back down at the field, and we should have it parked so we can just pull up here. Yeah, right up the road, pull up, get this offloaded, and then return this harvester. There we go. And that is empty. All right, let's get that vehicle returned. All right, here we go. Russellmash, return, and the header returned. Okay. All right, so now we got this. This we'll deal with later. All this straw here, definitely dealing with that later. For now, I guess we're getting this back to our house. Let's see about getting this some chickens, and what else did I want to do? I can't remember exactly what else I wanted to do. Oh, we'll need to buy a bucket for our skid steer. We don't have a bucket, do we? I think we just have the silage fork. We'll want to get a bucket. It's an easy way to feed chickens. We've got a skid steer that can get in compact places, so we'll put a bucket on it for chicken feeding. Oh, and of course, yeah, that's right. This is a good time to year to buy land. I think we'll have a look at some of the nearby land, land, in the area, and see what we can afford. $115,000. We could afford something, I'd like to buy a restaurant. That's one thing I eventually want to do. The Guy Friday's Country Goods. Besides selling food and farm supplies, we'll get to that. We're just starting the business. I'd like to have a restaurant. I think it'd be cool to own a restaurant. Let's offload our wheat here. Now let's see how much wheat that gives us. 17,000. Yeah, I thought we had a little more last year. I thought we had like 20. That does seem right. Everything I know, that was a full harvest off that field. I mean, did everything to improve the yield of that field. All right, let's have a look at buying some chickens. Let's see here. Chicken pasture. It holds a total of 20. And we can get I can get little baby chickens for $5 a piece. Or, well, let's get us what do you think? Should we get baby chickens and raise them? I think that'd be fun. Yeah, let's save some money. Well, first of all, save some money. Also, this way we get to raise our own chickens. I think it sounds fun. So let's see. We are going to. Plus, we can afford. Technically, we could afford to fill the pen. Let's just get us 10. I mean, I've got friends who have chickens. I want to say 10 is probably a decent number to start with this pen. Plus, that's like half the pen, right? It holds 20. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're just going to get 10 chickens. Yes. $60. All right. There we go. Well, let's check on our chickens here. There we go. We need to get them some food. Let's see what all they need. All right, chickens. They need. Okay, they don't use water. Just food. Just grain. In our case, wheat. So we need to get a bucket for our skid steer. Now, yeah, that raises a question. Is there an effective way to get a bucket for a skid steer without driving it all the way down to the store and back? Oh, that's right. It's parked in here in the shed. Yeah, this thing is so slow to get down there. Okay, so I got a solution for that. And it's going to make a little bit of an impact on my finances sheet, but it just had to be done. Not had to be, but quality of life. We'll call it quality of life. What I did was, now this is my honest to gosh save game. This is the farm that we're running here. Obviously there's no cheating or anything like that. This is the farm for progression. Hey, when you cheat a farming simulator, you only cheat yourself. Whoa, watch the steering there. Well, yeah, when you cheat at this game, you only cheat yourself. But there is such a thing as quality of life. What I've done is I've got us a skid steer down at the store, which is always a good idea. It's a good idea to have a forklift or a skid steer or something down at the store so you can load up your trailer and such like that, right? Yeah, so what I did was I put one of those down there. It's going to affect the finances a little bit, but I just couldn't help that. Anyway, so I just put one of those down there at the store. So henceforth in this series, there is a skid steer at the store. It's not ours. It's just to be used to load and unload trailers and such like that. Again, yeah, it's 100% quality of life. Many of you have played maps, and a lot of maps have a forklift or something down there that you can use. Right, so I put one down there for us. So anyway, that said, I'm going to get this down there. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't buy the bucket. Well, when we get down there, we'll buy the bucket. And that street I was on, yeah, I'm all driving like I'm going to Grandpa's farm. That road that we were on totally goes directly to the store. Whoops, I don't want to hit that sign. Hang on a second. I get turned around on the road here. I forgot that from our farm, we're on this road right here. This road is a straight shot down to the shop, right into town. It's very convenient. All right. And this tractor is not exactly fast, but this tractor goes more than twice as fast as our skid steer. It's just not, it's not ideal to be driving one of those, you know, across the county and back. Absolutely not. In fact, yeah, when you put it that way, it's quite ridiculous. Quite ridiculous. Around town, sure, you know. I've said before, yeah, I've seen them driven around town. I've driven them around town to go fuel up at the gas station or something. But, yeah, through the country, from one small town to another, down the county road, here comes a skid steer at 11 miles an hour. Absolutely not. Right, so we got this one parked down here. This orange one here, yeah, that's not ours. That belongs to the store. Well, we're going to use it. We're going to buy us a bucket here. That'll be great for unloading, loading things. I should get a forks for it. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But we're going to get, okay, skid steer tools. Let's get us a bucket for feeding our chickens. Wow, we don't have a lot of choice, do we? Well, I guess this is our choice. $4,000? Ay, come on. There's no kind of like cheap bucket option. It's not that much for no, see, it's not. Boy, there's no option here to change the attacher. Man, they're ripping us off. Like skid steer specific equipment. They're like, oh, this is why we need more mods, people. Jeez. We got to buy like the Cadillac of buckets. Well, it's a high dump bucket, so it's probably hinged or something. Yeah. It looks like it's hinged and it probably has hydraulics on it, which is cool. And, yeah, I mean, especially for a skid steer because they can't reach very high. So, okay, but, yeah, no, I'm trying to find a way around it. There's no way around it. Well, I guess the bonus is we can make that back in one contract. One contract will pay for that. But wow, man, $4,000 for a bucket. But again, it's a fancy bucket. It's a high tip bucket. Here, I'll show you what it does. Or what I believe it does. It's really great and all, but I would take just a regular, regular old little bucket. So it should, yeah. It's a high tip bucket, so it'll let us, really handy for a skid steer because, yeah, it lets you get stuff up higher. And I didn't see what the capacity for it was. It looks bigger than 1,000 kilograms, but it could be 1,000 kilograms. Well, let's get this loaded on the trailer. So yeah, what we'll do is let's get this loaded on here so that we can just pull it off the back with ours when we get back to the farm, and we will have saved precious time. Yeah, this bucket looks bigger than 1,000 kilograms to me. I don't want to have it like... Can we at least get it over the axle? Yeah, we can at least get it over the axle here. There we go. Now, we're going to park this somewhere out of the way. Well, okay, yeah, we can park this over here. It won't call the equipment in the parking spots. Yeah, I don't want this anywhere where it's going to block the equipment. We can park this in this first space here, and this will be... We'll get forks for it later, and this will be the shop... the shop loader for any time we buy pallets or anything like that. Yeah, save us an 11-mile-an-hour trip all the way down to the store. Oh, we want to strap this guy down, don't we? There we go. All right. Yeah, we want to strap down our $4,000 high tip bucket. All right, back to the farm. That's a beautiful evening, evening here. I mean, I say that a lot, but I said that a lot in FS22 also. But here in Riverbend Springs, it is quite a night. Late at, well, no, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I guess it is evening. All right, back at our farm. Let's pull this in over here, and we should be able to get at that bucket. Yeah, this should be good right here. All right. There we go. And, all right, little skid steer, we got you a fancy bucket. We'll get our chickens fed here is what we're going to do. Chickens need food. There we go. New bucket. Handy dandy. That is a big bucket. It does look big. It does look big. Right, did I get it untipped? Yeah, I got it untipped. All right. Now, if we park this carefully, right about here. Whoa. Yeah, it holds a little more than 1,000 liters. There we go. All right. Chickens, I hope you're hungry. I hope you're hungry, chickens. Yeah, this it looks like it's kind of... Yep. I'm going to have to lower the center of gravity a little bit. Yeah, it's a little heavy for this skid steer. Well, here. Well, we can maneuver. I was going to dump some of it back in the silo, but we can maneuver. Let's see. How much do our chickens need? I don't know. Yeah, should be right here. Their feed thing should be right here. Oh, you know what's really handy about this bucket? I'll tell you one thing that's really handy. We don't have to lift it up to offload it. Yeah, see, it's tipping the thing forward, right? Well, we don't have to lift it and risk tipping over to dump it. We can dump it like this. How about that? How about that? All right, I'm not going to say that alone was worth $4,000, but that is pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool trick you can do with high tip buckets, right? So, all right, let's check out their thing here. All right, chickens, grain 100%. All right, so their productivity, their health, and all that will go up by next month. Those bars, or maybe even tomorrow, those bars will be full. We're just going to have to wait for them, I guess, obviously, because they're only, chicks, which, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not a chicken expert, but they don't look like chicks to me. When I think chick, I think like little fuzzy yellow things, right? Well, I mean, I don't know anything about chickens. These look more like pigeons. I mean, if you ask me, those two right there look like pigeons. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Yeah, they straight up do, don't they? Well, either way, those are 0-month-old chicks, so we're going to have to wait for them to hit puberty, but then they'll make eggs for us. But hey, it's okay, because, this way, these are our chicks. We raised them here in our pen, and, yeah, all stuff like that. All right, so we'll just put this back in our silo. Why can't I dump my bucket? Oh, there we go. Wrong controls. All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining me so much as we finish out August. Well, there's a little bit left, but yeah, this is the last episode of August. We got our field harvested. We got chickens. We got this new funny toy for our skid steer. Next time, well, I think we're going to be having a new field next time. We saved money in renting the harvester. We saved us some money. We're going to get straw baled up. We're going to find us a new field and expand Guy Friday's Country Goods here in Riverbend Springs. Guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you guys next time on Friday for a new episode.